Hello there, welcome back to Going to Ground with me, Andrew Rumsey, here in Wiltshire, just between the Ridgeway, the Neolithic M4 behind me, and the Avebury Stones, amongst the barrows. Not really long barrows here under the beech trees, they're sort of lumpy, humpy barrows that decorate the landscape hereabouts. And of all the pleasures of late summer, what can compare with blackberrying? I'm here with not Avebury, Effie, Effbury. So many berries. Effie and I, and helpfully conscripting doggy bags each morning, or most mornings when we're up here. I take a moment to pick a few, and they're gradually building up in the fridge to see us through. In the freezer rather, to see us through the winter's crumbles, along with all sorts of windfall apples. I absolutely love blackberry. It's one of the most addictive and I think consoling activities. You can have conversations with people while you're blackberrying, or you can just get lost in it if you're up here on your own. And each day, of course, there's a fresh new ripening and more appear, and it's just a glorious thing. This is a great spread of brambles, and competing always with the nettles, and daring oneself to kind of balance how much you want to scratch yourself or catch your clothing and get stung. What's worth it for the best berries, which are always just out of reach. What I need is my bishop's crook, actually. That would be precisely the implement required. And it's impossible, really, to hold Effie, a blackberrying bag and a camera in my right hand. But I'll just get a couple. How are you? It's been a while, hasn't it? I haven't posted for a few weeks. And there's all sorts of things to catch up on with you. Just returned from the Greenbelt Festival in Northamptonshire. I'm going to give up on that, actually. It's not going to be possible. I'll come back later and get a few more. This is a festival that I've been going to for 40 years this year, when I was 16 in 1984. And for me it was a really profound experience, because I kind of come to Christian faith as a young man. I'd been brought up, as some of you know, because I've talked about it over the years, as I grew up in a Christian home. My dad was a priest, and faith was very normal to me. But as for most people, it took me a while to own that for myself and to work out what I thought about it and whether it was mine as well as ours, if you see what I mean. And that summer I'd done what was in those days very, very common route into evangelical faith through summer camps, which were great times of mucking around, sports and activities during the day, people from across the country, church youth groups really, and talks and worship in the evening. And I'd decided to make a commitment of faith that summer. And 2 weeks later, our youth group had gone to the Greenbelt Festival, where I'd heard there was this kind of convergence of good music, art, justice issues, and kind of questioning exploratory faith. And I liked the sound of it, and I'd seen the publicity for a few years. And it was an essential part of my Christian conversion, really. Not that I was converted from anything anti-Christian, but my kind of coming to faith. And it still is. I just got this vision of that it could be really exciting to follow this path. And actually I was kind of completely taken up in my head with music at the time, and wanting to learn guitar and to have a scene that I could fit into, and wondering if I could also be creative, and seeing people on stage combining their faith with art and activism. I found it irresistible, actually, and I kept coming back, and I performed, I think, my first ever song at Greenbelt Festival in probably 1987 or 1988, on the Fringe as it was then, with a kind of scratch band called the Priesty Boys. Dreadful name, dreadful song as well. But Greenbelt gave me the opportunity to try out performing. I'm very grateful to them for that. And I did all kinds of daft things and compared there in the 1990s, and then did some talks later on. Anyway, I still go, and the family come, and we camp with a big group of friends. And this year my son Jonah earned his artist's pass for the first time with a DJing slot on the Thursday night. It was lovely to see, and as another generation can make it their own. And I'm very grateful to Greenbelt. It provides for me an inspiring vision of what generous Christian faith, creative Christian faith can be. And I was performing. I was singing with Dave, my wonderful friend and guitarist, and we were performing the songs from Evensong. So that was wonderful. And the weekend before that, having taken a couple of weeks leave in August, I've recorded some new songs in a church. I'll go and show you where it was, actually, in a beautiful church in Rushall village near here. And we've recorded a few songs for a follow-up record, hopefully, that will come out in a few months' time. So there's been some creative stuff going on amidst the work, and lots of family life developments. Gracie, who you'll remember from Christmas Carols, graduated and has now embarked on her career as a theatrical designer, costumes and set design, doing really well, and is in London with productions at the moment. And Tally, our youngest, got through A-levels, just passed the driving test. It's that kind of transition period for them all, and I'm hoping and praying, as you will be for those that you love, that the year to come is fruitful for them, and as a way of nurturing their soul that enables them to face the challenges that they have, and that there are places they can go to, people they can be with, that give them soul food, like the Greenbelt Festival has done for me all these years. So a quick catch up, Blackberrying in Avebury, and I look forward to posting again soon. God bless you. So go to ground.